Well, hello there and welcome back to the Hull City Fan Central YouTube channel, where today I'll be giving my match prediction for the Derby versus Hull City game. This is taking place later on today. It's 7:45 the kickoff is, so make sure that you watch the game, give the Hull City a little bit of support. Unfortunately, I can't be at the game considering it is an away game and travel and that sort of thing. Time permitting, time. Anyway, so let's go into my team prediction for tonight. Okay, so this starting lineup may seem very, very familiar, considering it is the starting lineup that we did put out against Preston. Unfortunately, did lose 1-0, but I do think there was promising performances here, and I don't think that there is anybody on the bench that really Shota would start over these lot. Of course, you'd like to see some of the new signings maybe start, but I don't think that'll happen considering the performances that I did see on that pitch. I was pleasantly surprised with pretty much all of the performances that I saw. Obviously, Matt Ingram is going to start in goal. I believe Nathan Baxter has come down with an injury or an illness because he wasn't on the bench on Saturday, so I believe that's why Matt Ingram started and Cartwright was on the bench. So we've got Matt Ingram in goal. Lining up the back three, same back three that we've had for ages now. Deshaun Bernard, Sean McLaughlin and Jacob Greaves, which I was pleasantly surprised with all of them. Richie Smallwood and Greg Doherty in the middle, same as usual. Ryan Longman on the outside, Brandon Fleming on the other side. Brandon Fleming, phenomenal performance recently. George Hinman in the middle, and then Tom Hughes and Keane Lewis Potter up top. But let's go into Hull City's recent form. Okay, as you can see, our recent form is looking a little juicy. We have won 3 out of the last 5 games and losing 2 of them. The 2 losses were the 1-0 loss against Preston last week, and then the 2-0 loss against Stoke a little while ago, which was terrible performance. Hopefully we do not see anything like that ever again. But the wins have been 2-0 against Swansea, 2-0 against Blackburn, and that juicy 1-0 win against Bournemouth. But let's go on to Derby's recent form. Okay, so this is a Derby team that did actually beat us 2-0 when they came to the MKM earlier in the season. Their season has been looking a little bit juicy as well, considering all of the behind the scenes stuff that's been going on at the club. 21 point deduction I believe they're on now in the points in the league, but their performances aren't reflecting where they are. Obviously because of that 21 point deduction, but other reasons. So they have lost 3 out of the last 5 games, drawn 1 and won 1. The losses were a 1-0 loss against Coventry, a 2-1 loss against Nottingham Forest, and a 2-0 loss against Huddersfield. So some pretty tough games. I believe we've lost to all of those teams in this season. So I mean, it's going to be a tight match. It's going to be a tight one. And then they have had a 2-2 draw against Birmingham, and then also a 2-0 win against Sheffield United. So their home form is looking pretty good this season. Obviously, they are getting a lot of fans in, try and get the club to stay alive, really, not be another Bury. So, yeah, the home support will be good for this game. But obviously, our form at Derby Stadium, whenever we've been playing them, it's been terrible. We haven't won at the stadium since the Championship playoffs, I believe, in 2016, when we won like 2 or 3-0. I think that was the last time we won at their stadium. So I mean, we're coming into this heavily handicapped. But I don't really like to look at previous fixtures because 2 completely different teams then. I mean, Derby now have players that were probably playing against them then. I know they've got Curtis Davis, who used to be a Hull nice boy. So yeah, just a bit of a weird one, especially with the Derby team that are in the current situation that they are in. But anyway, let's go on to my official match prediction. Okay, so for this game, I do think it's going to be a very, very tight one. So tight that it's going to be a 1-1 draw. Yeah, I do think it's going to be a 1-1 draw, and I do think Ryan Longman will get a nice juicy goal, similar to the one that he got against Nottingham Forest. Not Nottingham Forest, Bournemouth, was it? Bournemouth, sorry, not Nottingham Forest. I'm confusing him with Keane Lewis Potter. 2 fantastic players, really. The one he got against Bournemouth where he did like the little curve through and then managed to find the space out of nowhere. I still don't know how he found that space to shoot the shot. But anyhow, I do think that he will get a nice goal, start off the game, and I do think Derby will respond in about the 60th minute. So it'll be a high intensity game, but I do think that it'll result in a draw, 1-1 being my prediction. But let me know down in the comments what you think your predictions are, and who do you think is going to score. But anyway, that's it for this video. Make sure that you stay tuned on this YouTube channel, because I will have matchday predictions and matchday vlogs out for the upcoming games for Hull City throughout the season, and all of the news and information that you're dying to hear. But that's it for this video, so I'll see you next time. Goodbye.
Clooney.